Here's what a lot of people do, which I believe kind of messes them up. Don't walk fast, because everyone goes like this, and they start cruising around the room like this. I'm like, slow down. Like, you could drop the leash when you're walking with him and walk the other way, and he wouldn't even notice. He'd just keep going. And then just drop the leash, and then back up. Yeah. That's what I want to change. Hey, what's going on, guys? Tom Davis here, America's Canine Educator. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we have another dog reactivity video. This video is with an older chocolate lab. And before we really get into the dog reactivity and how to present the information that we need to the dog and the owners, we're really going to work on why the reactivity is happening. It's something that a lot of dog owners struggle with. They have an external problem, pulling on the leash, jumping, barking at other dogs, being leash aggressive, being leash reactive, but nobody really understands that this is an accumulation of a relationship error. There's something going on in the relationship that's making the dog react. And so in this video, you guys, I'm gonna be going over not only how to approach a situation with dog reactivity, and of course how to modify the situation, as well as why reactivity happens in the first place, and developing a better relationship between the dog and the owner. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I loved working with the dog and the owner. They're off to a really great start. If you guys haven't yet, do not forget to like this video, smash that subscribe button. Do me a favor, leave a comment in the comments below. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's get into the video.
So in terms of what we want to accomplish, it's mostly just him with dogs.
Well, anytime he sees another dog, he barks excessively.
Is it every dog that he doesn't know on the leash? Okay. Yep. Okay. A lot of times when you get dogs that are just reactive, like obviously he's a sweet dog. He's probably not mean or aggressive inheritedly. He's just reactive. So big difference between a dog that actually wants to go and attack another dog versus a dog that sees a dog and reacts. So the underlying things that we're going to have to be working on is why he's reactive. So a lot of times dogs are reactive because confidence, or they're just frustrated or whatever. So those are the types of things I really want to figure out, is why he's actually reactive. So I want you to just work on, it's not a test or anything. I just want you to work on your basics here. And I just want to see where you're at with him. There's no wrong or right way to do anything right now. So don't feel like you're being tested. Okay. I just want to see how he responds to you. I want to see how he responds with the environmental stimulation. And then that way we can start hacking away at stuff. So if you want to just
Down.
So a couple things I'm noticing is when you're handling him, he's very disengaged. So, and that's normal. I mean, we're in a new place, it's a new environment. This is stimulating. I get it. There's not a lot of clarity in the leadership. So you're in charge, but it's not like, hey, let's do this, do this. It's very down, sit, and it's like, it's not very like defined. It's not defined at all. It's always, hey Tom, I have a problem. Okay, what's the problem? Well, my dog is X. I mean, literally it could be killing cats, to eating rabbits, to pulling on the leash, to barking at birds. Like, it's so variabilistic, I guess. But the point is, he loves you, you love him. When I always tell people like the relationship needs to change a little bit, people always assume that I'm saying like you don't love your dog, or your dog. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when you're working with him, he's completely checked out. Yeah. Like, you could drop the leash when you're walking with him and walk the other way and he wouldn't even notice. Yeah. He'd just keep going. Good. And then just drop the leash and then back up. Yeah. That's what I want to change. I want him to go, oh, sorry, where are we going? So the engagement. You can't correct a dog for doing anything without them actually knowing what we want them to do first. It's not fair. So I'm going to teach him some leash pressure, which is, hey, pay attention to me, which is the thing that you're lacking right now is engagement. Come on, let's go, heel. Good, heel. Good, heel. Come on, let's go, come on. So we have to be able to communicate with him in a way that he's like, oh. Where with you handling him, he's like, how about here? How about here? How about here? There's no engagement. So I'm leaning down to get his attention. I'm drawing him out. I'm going forward and I'm making some noise. I'm automatically just, hey man, this is what we're doing, all right? And he's like, cool, got it. And you can see his happy feet. He's like, okay. So now I'm gonna start verbally marking it. So now I'm gonna make it clearer for us more than anything. So I'm gonna start off with heel. Good, heel. Heel. Good. Heel. Come on, heel. Good. Heel. Yes, good heel. Good heel. Good heel, bud. Good. Good heel. Good heel. So I just love that engagement that he's giving me. Sit. Good. Heel. So you see how I have this relationship with him where I can do stuff and he's like, oh, you're in charge. I don't even know this dog, right? Here's what a lot of people do, which I believe kind of messes them up, is you get into a fix-it mode. Just don't overthink it. Just literally grab the leash. Don't walk fast because everyone goes like this and they start cruising around the room like this. I'm like, slow down, slow down, slow down. It's all good. Good. So are you gonna keep him on your right side?
That's usually what I do.
Okay.
Then does it create confusion with him between me and
It could. It could. I'm telling you, like, this is how I think we should do it, but if you're more comfortable on the right and you feel more confident, do it. I want you to be confident more than anything. Okay. I'd rather you more confident than him at this point because he's just gonna follow your role. So left side is gonna be consistent between us three during these sessions. Let's do that again and just pick your side.
Sit.
Good sit.
Romeo, heel.
Good. Now use your left leg and turn right into him, right towards me. Good. Now, good. Now do the same thing the other way. Now slow down. Stop. Good. Good. I'm gonna get another dog out, which is why you're here, leash reactivity, and I'm gonna see if some of the foundational stuff we've done is going to help. And then of course I'm gonna pay him heavily if he succeeds. That's why I have food. Corey, go touch. Heel. Good. Heel. 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 Sit. Good sit. Heel. Romeo, sit. Ah. Yes. Good. Heel. You see how very like compartmentalized and very disciplined I am with it? And it's not crazy discipline. It's just when I say sit, you're sitting. Excuse me, you're not just gonna get up and do what you want. And he's gonna go, okay, sure, yeah. So I create that clarity of what I want him to do, and it gets rid of all the confusion. So he's probably mainly reactive because he doesn't know what else to do on the leash, right? So that's what I say in the beginning. I'm like, all right, we gotta tune this up. And now, yes, there's food involved, but I wanna make sure that he's not doing it solely because there's food, because then it suppresses behaviors and it avoids behaviors and it's a Band-Aid, it doesn't really work. Because then the food goes away, same thing. So it's two ends of the spectrum. You can say the same thing about tools that you can say about food is, oh, if the collar's not on, then it doesn't work. And same thing about food, if the food's not around, it doesn't work, blah, 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 blah. I wanna teach, modify, sculpt, all that stuff to make sure that the dog understands it, and more importantly, you guys understand it. So I'm just gonna take the Herm Springer off really quickly, put his flat collar on.
That's the issue I run into sometimes too. I feel like he's very
Everyone runs into that. Yep. Yep.
And that's what he focuses on.
Yep.
And then we don't have the same.
Yep. Everyone. Well, because a lot of people, see, that's why I don't bring food out until later. Because a lot of people start with $100 bills. And then they're like, hey, can you just do this for free? They're like, hell no. I just got paid $1,000 for sitting 3 times, right? Romeo, heel. Good. Good man. Good man. Good man. Good man. Heel. That's all it comes down to is just teaching you how to do it. And I'm passionate as hell about it just because there's so many people that honestly, dealing with the reactivity that you guys dealt with, the dogs go to the shelter. And it's like, all it takes is like, wait a minute, why don't you just learn how to handle a dog first and then go from there? It's